Welcome back, everyone, to some more Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Today we are continuing on with the story. We've got a lot to do here. Essentially, last time we got to Forlorn Swords. We started doing some of the quests, and the game actually dropped a patch today that supposedly fixed some of the quests. Actually, one of the ones that ran into earlier. So that's what we're going to start with, the trial. When I went to go hand this in, I actually did the objective that the one person wanted me to do already. And supposedly with the update, now you can continue and you don't get stuck if you did it before. So that's what we're going to test, along with any other changes that they made. There's a decent amount. It's nothing like too crazy with the update, but it's enough where hopefully it smooths things out a bit. So let's actually go chat with her. We technically just have to convince her to allow me to go talk to the other guy, but we'll see.
What do you want?
Hello there. Kajel, right? Barlam won't talk to me unless you vouch for me.
Well then, the two of you aren't talking. I don't know you, and I'm not vouching for you. The sooner you leave the village, the better. For you, and for... Wait, hold on. There is one thing you could help me with. One of our hunters went to the cave nearby, and hasn't returned. With everything that happened here, I forgot all about him. If you want to prove yourself, find out what happened to him. And don't come back empty-handed.
I've already been in that cave. There was no hunter there, only some creature. Yeah, this is the one.
What? You went to the bottomless cave? And you made it out alive? That's impossible.
I did.
It would have torn you apart in an instant.
Maybe the hunter is somewhere else.
There is no missing hunter. I sent you to the bottomless cave because I was hoping to get rid of you. But now that you managed to make it out alive, I have to admit I'm impressed. I'm the best huntress here, and even I have respect for that place. I don't dare set foot in those parts. Go talk to Barlam, our chieftain. He'll probably find some use for you.
Right now, what's happening?
I can't tell you more than that. Barlam will decide what you need to know.
Alright, so we kind of went through a lot of these earlier.
Whoa.
So I'm just going to skip through this. He doesn't really tell you much.
Yeah.
He's very... She holds a lot of it, so... Well, let's go talk to Barlam. What's up, Christopher? So chat, by the way. Hey, I appreciate it. Be testing new games in the future? Always. I actually just recorded... I played the Dispatch game, which is made by, like, a bunch of former developers from Telltale. Earlier today, and I recorded an episode of that. That game's gonna be something really special, in my opinion. I'm excited for it. It's got a lot of really cool voice actors in it and some even creators in it as well, which was pretty unique. So,
have you seen Kajel yet? If not, go find her first.
Nice. Wait. Uh-oh. Doesn't look like it's working.
So much blood. I've gotten used to seeing animal guts, but I can't stand seeing my people like this.
No, it's still not working. The bug says... Yeah. In their patch notes, they mentioned this. The trial. Actually, real quick, we can take a look at it. If I can find it. If we just do this. Yeah, there we go. So you can see under quests, It said fixed quest the trial if the player killed the beast before talking to Kajel. And I already did that. That's what it is. It says that it would be fixed, but I guess unfortunately it doesn't look like it's fixed. Actually, it is marked in there. There's also some UI, some quests not showing. It looks like same thing with other enemies freezing. Hero summons being attacked by red priests shouldn't happen anymore. So we'll see if that works. What's up, Clev? Devil Snare and Mandrake plants apparently weren't respawning. Bayor's Heart apparently now gets filled with 30 instead of 40. But I wonder if it gave me my health back. I did the 40, so it might only be 30 now. And then what else? There's some technical stuff. Not be able to pop up when the game fails to detect theme. Yeah, so unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's working still. Let me try. Let's do this. Let's save there. And then let's load this one. See if anything changes. Otherwise, I'm going to load back and we're going to do other quests to give more time for hopefully fixing that quest. So we'll see on that.
So much blood.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working.
Jens. Have you seen... Go. Go.
I have seen her.
My gent.
Okay. Maybe it's... man. Go here. I don't know. Seems like it's still bugged here, unfortunately. Which is off to a great start.
What do you want? There.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Antoinisha? Did you ever upload last video I Reddit 2? It was I think the last one I did was when I started the epilogue. I don't know if I don't think I got through the entire epilogue when I last played. I forget if something else released at the time. What's up, Dr. Ed? Yo, Emberwing. Thank you for the prime there. Thank you, thank you. Man, it's still bugged, unfortunately. All right, let's just go back here. Let's go back one. I don't know, maybe we'll just have to come back and check that out again at some point. But it ain't looking too good. Let me also check something real quick, chat. Okay. Maybe it's because I already started it or something like that, but I don't know. What I was going to do is head to this area, which I guess we could do now, and then maybe come back to that. But that's why I reloaded earlier, because I wanted to make it as if I didn't start it. We technically have to go talk to her and then go back. All right, I need my summons. I guess we'll see if the summons are any better. Okay. Yeah, Ember, thank you again for the prime there. Appreciate it. We'll make our way over to... There's another area here. If I can do this. Okay, now we're actually getting them. Nice. The old Weirdstone mine. You know what? Sure. We'll go inside there. Oh, we also leveled up. Alright, we'll get this to 15. Go with dexterity. Healing. Every time you land a critical hit, you gain 30% damage reduction against the next hit you suffer. Let's go with the stamina. Yeah, there's a 30% chance that it will recover all my stamina. All right, into the mine. Okay, let me check this real quick, chat. Okay. this open. Go ahead and drop this. It's a random mine, and it's got a nice area, actually. Do I have a arrested bonus right now? Hey, what's up, Ember? It's all good. I love watching these. Watching these upcoming games are gonna be sweet to watch you play. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them. There's still a lot to come out this year. So, I mean, my current plan for June. Obviously, anything can change. Especially with Summer Games Fest, we don't exactly know if there's any, like, there's rumors that Arc Raiders might be shadow dropping during that. There's other rumors and stuff. But we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, it's it'll be interesting. I mean, we got Dune. Dune Awakening is dropping on the 5th for early access. Oh god. 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 And then there's also the Altars, which is on the 10th, which is going to be a cool story game. Same thing with Death Stranding 2 later in the month. And then whatever else, you know, in between. There will be time for other games to cover or check out at least. I guess there's not really a lot here as far as I can tell. The way that we just came from, I went down here and dropped down, I guess. Do you have anything in the backlog that you want to get to? I mean, yes, there's a lot. But I've also, like, in the years past, I've always played backlog games or just, like, skipped out on other new releases so that way I could go and play, like, other stuff on my list. And there's still a lot I would love to cover or want to do new playthroughs of. But this year, I wasn't initially planning it, but I've kind of already started to do it where I've been covering smaller games than I typically would, which I'd say has been pretty fun. Like, the Precinct is probably something where I would have wanted to cover in the past, but I never would have actually, but then I did. This is kind of another one of those scenarios where I don't know if I would have covered it if I was playing another big game. So I'm trying to do a little bit more like trial and error this year and check out new experiences. But if there's time, yeah, I mean, like, another one I wanted to do was Days Gone. Like, Days Gone Remastered came out. What else? There's a lot. I could pull up a list.
Not another
and
step.
it'd be so much.
You. Who are you? And why do you think you belong here?
Need to speak with your people.
Not here, you don't. Ulfraland ain't for outsiders. Not unless the voice of the tribe says otherwise. Trust me, I wouldn't let you in if you were King Arthur himself. Especially not him. He'd have a sword up his ass before he took a step past this gate.
Okay. What's the matter? Griff sent me.
Seal looks real enough. Fine. Go on in. But don't cause trouble. We don't take kindly to outsiders sticking their noses where they shouldn't.
Okay.
Hey, you. Gefon sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the Moot.
More or less. How'd you know?
Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider world. Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside the tribes to help him with something. That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person I came across. His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't miss it.
Rise the mountain. Let me respond to this real fast. What's up, Ellie? Alright, what do we got here?
Oi, don't I know you from somewhere?
Wait. Conquer? Or, yeah, Conquer? We were in prison together in the dungeons of the Island Asylum.
Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor from that cursed hole. Tell me, friend, how did you manage it? That hooded fellow helped you, didn't he? I need to know everything.
Yeah, Caradoc. Not sure how I feel about him yet.
If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, he must have really done something to rub you the wrong way. You know, among the Darv'hanr, when someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay it. Usually by saving theirs. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. Respect is enough. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
Same old, the world's ending, the weirdness is scaring the wits out of people, just another day.
Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to get back to my own people. Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Darv'hanr like we're some necessary evil. Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful, but once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay thanks. Darv'hanr will always be Darv'hanr, even if they're not my own tribe.
Why didn't the tribe help the Gunvalder tribe?
Who knows? I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. I was already rotting in the asylum. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep. Or maybe I'd have died an honourable death. I only know this. Thrigve forbade it. And the Ulfrats obey him like hounds chasing their master. Even now, in his current form.
What do you think of Theud?
Not my chieftain, not my problem. We Gunvalder worshipped our own giant. Wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's glowing. No one knows why. The Theud called it a blessing. Told all the Darv'hanr they should rejoice. But if you ask me, they got scared. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Theud, who told us to be happy about our giant.
The Dalrita have allied with the Horns of the South, who have broken ties with Camelot.
You're joking? One Eye's rebellion actually worked? Ha! Now that's a twist I didn't see coming. Never cared for One Eye, but credit where it's due. He pulled off something impressive. Now all that's left is to rally the other tribes, get word to One Eye, and boom! We've got ourselves a foothold in the south.
About uniting the tribes, Gurf sent me to gather them for the Moot.
Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up their own arses, acting like their problems are the only ones that matter. Well, who doesn't have problems, eh? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we can't see past our own noses. It's bloody senseless.
Okay, I was wondering when we would actually see him again. Wait, bro. I'll take it. Was there... Oh, that's the call of the winter moon. Oh, I have to hand in the amulet to that person.
No. You're not a Darv'hanr, and you're too scrawny. Wouldn't make much of an impression.
What are you on about?
I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight, so Concha would see it and say,
Oh, Concha.
bloody hell, that Thyka's strong. I'd love to wrestle her. But with you, it just wouldn't work.
I'm strong enough.
No. This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer.
Where'd you get those summons from? I got them from the battle mage is from the guy over in the second area. Maggot. When you go to him, you can get them. Cats are dogs? Definitely dogs. What do you even see in Concha?
Just look at him. Those shoulders, like he could tear limbs off. Those massive fists must have crushed dozens of skulls.
Oh.
And the scars. Look how long and thick they are. He's taken so many blows and he's still walking, breathing, like nothing ever happened.
Doesn't it bother you that he's from another tribe?
What does that matter when he's as strong as an Ulfa? Sure, there are things he still needs to learn about us, but I'd help him with that.
So that's how Ulfrites court people?
How else could it be? What do your people do when they want to, you know?
Knights fight in tournaments? Sure, they write romantic letters.
Look at me. Can you picture me writing romantic letters?
I can?
Then you might need your head checked.
They give little gifts, jewelry, embroidered handkerchiefs, and flowers.
Handkerchiefs? Like he's got a cold? How the hell does a handkerchief show him I can fight? Well, I could give him a good wallop.
Maybe just try talking to him?
I'm no good at talking. I'll forget what I wanted to say. And he'd think I'm thick. He probably already thinks that, with me just sitting here, staring at him.
Knights fight in tournaments for a lady's honor.
And the women don't fight. They just sit and watch. Mata, I'd die of boredom.
What can you tell me about Thrygu?
Our chieftain, what's there to say? He's the strongest, so he leads. Even if the giant hadn't marked him, no one would have matched him. Think of me when you're breaking someone's bones.
Didn't think I'd show up for the romance side quest, but here we are. Yeah, right? Especially with the Dalriata. an interesting pair. All right, what do we got here? Hold on one sec, chat. All right, I think I'm almost good. They're walking all over the place. Oh, now he's pushing me. Okay. Wait, do we have a status effect? No, not right now. Can't rest in the beds either. And there's nobody in here. Door remains locked. Did I tell him about that?
So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
Nothing. Darv'hanr? Is there anyone in here? Oh, yep. Somebody's here. Ah.
Nah, you're the outsider Vigdis's kid ran into. News like that travels fast around here. We don't talk to many outsiders these days. Well, even back in the day, we usually didn't talk to them all that much. More fighting rather than talking. But if you're here, that means it's for some reason. And that's good enough for me. What do you need?
Who are you?
I'm Hrafn, son of Theud and Isid. Like my father, I care about the armor of my tribe folk. I share the forge with Darv'hanr. He makes weapons, I make sure the ones holding them stay alive. If you need something special, you'll find it here. Nothing will protect your hide better than Ulfr's coats.
Do you have any contact with other tribes?
And who would we be talking to exactly? There were only two neighboring tribes. The Gunvalders were slain to the last by Camelot. Not that it matters. They were a strange folk, dwelling in their haunted stronghold. And that leaves only one neighbor, the damn Theuds. They meddle in cursed magic, so no talking about them.
You mentioned the Gunvalders and the Theuds, but what about the other tribes?
What about them? The Volkers and the Sveins are on the far side of the Forlorn Swords. None of ours go that way. The Dalrida went their separate ways long ago. All that's left is some shared past. And trust me, nobody feels like talking about that.
So I won't get a single word even about the neighboring Theuds?
You've got that right. As I said before, no talking about those scoundrels.
Tell me more about the situation in your tribe.
There's strife among the Ulfr. More and more are openly voicing their disagreement with Thraigva's rule. I find it hard to understand. The chieftain's word has always guided us, and Thraigva will remain chieftain until someone proves strong enough to defeat him in a duel. So, the strongest leads. The one blessed by the will of the giants. The one chosen by the lone pillar. There's no greater honor.
I have more questions about the situation in your tribe. Why are other members of your tribe against, three... How do you say his name?
Fear drives them. I believe that, like steel, a person is forged in fire. If we fail the trials ahead, it means we were unworthy of survival. As our chieftain's case has shown, tradition shouldn't strife us. There are times when it must be seen from a new perspective.
Tell me more about the Ulfr duels.
Not just anyone can issue a challenge for a duel. First, they must be blessed by another member of the Ulfr. It's proof that they have the support of at least one among us. The rest is a matter of strength. Even our ancestors watch over these duels. It's a sacred tradition.
Tell me more about the giants and Thraigv.
The giants lived in the Forlorn Swords once, but they were betrayed by King Arthur, the Oathbreaker. For centuries, they slept until the Ulfr turned to them. For centuries, they slept until the Ulfr turned to them after Thraigva uncovered the secret of the pillar.
He cleared his throat and then they did it again.
Roamed the Forlorn Swords. He is closer to them than any other human has ever been. This land, and the will of the giants, speak through him. That's why he wields such immense power.
Does he have any shot? Frostwoven Mask, Crown of the Netherbloom. Whoa, critical hits restore 25 mana when you have full stamina, deal 20% more damage. Increase armor by 25 when your mana is below 20%. Increase max mana by 25%. That's pretty good. Titanium arrows, there we go. Winged Cavalier gauntlets and Frozen Seer's vestment. When you have more health than stamina, your critical damage is increased by 50%. When you have more stamina than health, your physical damage is increased. That's crazy. Increase physical damage by 100% when your health is below 20%. Increase critical chance by 25%. Movement speed. Each missing point of health increases attack speed by 0.1. Increase physical damage. That seems pretty good. I can't even see the price of it, though. It's such a big book. I can't see the price. Yo, what's up, Maddie? Does this drop into EA in 2023? I think so. It's been out for a while. Like in early access, it's been out for a while. Until now, obviously, with 1.0. Great to see games hit 1.0. Yeah, I mean, the only issue I will say is, to be honest, especially the later half of the game, it could have used a little bit more time to cook. First act, I almost went through without any issues. Second act, some would pop in here and there, but it was still mostly smooth. Third act here, I've noticed a decent amount already, and I think it's the shortest content out of them all. And I've heard, and we're on PC, or I'm on PC, and that's supposed to be the most stable version. Console, I've heard, is a whole other scenario. So,
Kajel sent you, did he? I'm Stroner, a blacksmith. What brings you to our village?
like, right now I have at least 3 quests that are completely bugged that I can't continue. So, Gur sent me. He's calling for the Moot.
That kind of order should go straight to Thrigvi, though I doubt he'd be eager to leave his throne. Until a new chieftain is chosen, Thrigvi won't attend the Moot.
The voice of the tribe sent me here. Sent me to help with whatever is stopping you from coming.
Well, that's good news. You're just the kind of person I've been hoping for. To help with Thrigvi, that is.
What's going on with your chieftain?
Thrigvi always dreamed of surpassing mortal strength, of becoming as mighty as the giants. He became obsessed with the lone pillar near our village. The Ulfr might not be known for their writing, but we have our legends. Thrigvi found out the pillar was a place where giants entrusted their souls to the foredwellers, whatever that means. So we had a throne forged into the pillar and sat on it during a weird night. What happened after that changed everything for our tribe.
Let me guess, he went mad?
I wouldn't call it madness. Thrigvi stopped being human. He grew to a monstrous size and gained unimaginable strength. He became something other. After that, human concerns no longer mattered to him. Yet he's still Ulfr, bound by our customs and rules. It might not mean much to an outsider, but trust me, it's a very dangerous situation.
Can't you choose a new chieftain?
We tried. The moment we declared a new chieftain, Thrigvi appeared out of nowhere and killed the contender with a single blow. Then, like nothing had happened, he returned to his slumber. After that, the Ulfr began worshipping him like a god. Hard to believe, considering our disdain for magic and religion, isn't it? Yet, here we are. Don't be surprised if you hear them singing his praises or fawn. They're terrified of his power, although none of them will admit it.
Guy has tier energy. I can see that. Honestly, a lot of the Darv'hanr have that too. Tell me about your tribe.
The Ulfr are a proud people, always the first to charge into battle. For us, an honourable fight is the greatest glory and duty. We are also renowned for our blacksmiths, the finest and the forlorn swords. Our weapons and armour are unmatched all across Avalon. But now we've lost our way. When Gunvaldr called for aid, and Thrigvi forbade us from going, most of us stayed behind. It's the greatest shame of our tribe, and I know many feel the same.
Why did Thrigvi forbid you from helping another tribe?
I don't know for sure. Thrigvi doesn't speak much these days, not in his current state. But I have a theory it probably had something to do with the awakening giant of the Gunvaldr tribe. Many tribes envied them for it, and Thrigvi has a special connection to the giants. Maybe that played a role in his decision.
Ooh. Could have gone anyway. A foolish chieftain doesn't have to be obeyed. You know what? I feel like he might take offense to that. So I'm gonna say if it weren't for Thrigvi, would the Ulfr have joined the Moot?
Yes, definitely. The Ulfr might be stubborn, but we've always valued unity among the Dalrita. Without Tryggvi's influence, there'd be no question. But his shadow looms large. It's hard to see a way forward while he's on that throne.
Are you just a blacksmith, or do you belong to the Stonewarden Brotherhood?
Ah, so you've met some of my brothers already. You wouldn't ask that if you hadn't. Since you know about the Stonewardens, I'll tell you the truth. Yes, I'm a member. And the Ulfr village is our unofficial capital. Darv'hanr himself resides here, Gerfhan's own brother, and our leader.
So how can I help you with Tryggvi?
The only way to remove an Ulfr chieftain is through an honorable duel, but there's no honor in fighting something like him. Perhaps my mentor Darv'hanr knows how to defeat him. He won't tell me. He says he's afraid I'd try to face Tryggvi myself, and honestly, he's probably right. If I knew how to bring him down, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But Darv'hanr thinks if our plans were discovered, I wouldn't live to see another day. He's probably right about that too. My brothers have grown unpredictable.
I'll deal with him. Yeah, I'll go to Darv'hanr and find out what's needed for the duel.
Smart choice. He lives in the second largest house in the village. You'll find it easily enough. I'll be here if you need anything else.
Sounds good. Rise the mountain, face the storm. Alright, so we need to go find Darv'hanr. Yeah, by the way, we are 47 minutes in to the video so far, or stream. Thank you all for the likes so far. Appreciate it as always. It does help out a ton, especially as we go into the further episodes. I've definitely seen there's a little bit of a drop-off, but we're making good progress either way. So, plus, it'll live on. What do we have here? Oh, he's down below. Oh, there's like a museum.
Well, I'll be. I'd offer you my hand, stranger, but with the stone sleep taking me away, I reckon that's not the best idea. Still, I'm glad to see a new face before I leave this world behind. Especially someone with such a rare way about them. My name is Noleg. You're the last living soul outside my kin to hear that name.
What ability you been going for? I've been mostly doing Archer as my main weapon with a little bit of summons, and then on top of that we have a lot of crit chance, critical damage, and crit chance. Do you need any help?
Oh no. I'm just fine with how things are.
Stone sleep?
Well, I am a stone warden, and by our custom, a day comes when a stone warden begins to slip into the stone sleep. We give ourselves to the ore. Stone our forebears carved through for ages, raising halls and strongholds from its heart. We become yet another monument to the forlorn swords.
Forlorn sword. I want to know more about the stone sleep. Is it painful?
It depends on who you ask. Me, I feel no pain, just peace. I knew what I was signing up for. Every stone warden does. But not all see it the same way. My family passed long ago, so I leave no one behind. But Olaf, he still has his daughter, Fuska. And she's been arguing with Darv'hanr for weeks now, fighting over what should become of her father.
How long does it take?
It's a deeply personal thing, different for everyone. I've known stone wardens who felt the first signs of the stone sleep at dawn, and by the next dusk, they were already searching for the place they'd turned to stone. And I've known others where it took years. There's no rule to it. I don't count the days anymore, but I can feel it's nearly time for me to choose a place for myself.
What about your body? Where will you be when the stone sleep is finished?
When the time draws near, one makes the journey to a place where they wish to fall asleep. And finally, when their body can no longer move or feed itself, their kin tend to them, feeding them, offering water, leaving gifts, and keeping vigil as the sleep takes hold.
About Ulf, Fusca, and Darv. Only about Ulf.
One of the finest stone wardens I've known. Had a habit of diving headfirst into any hole he spotted underground. Nothing could stop him.
Tell me more about Fusca.
Fusca doesn't agree with our tradition. Understandable. She doesn't want to lose her father. But the poor girl doesn't understand that being called to the stone is the highest honor for a stone warden.
Tell me more about Darv.
Darv'hanr is the leader of the stone wardens. And right now, maybe the most important man in the tribe. Since Tryggvi's no good for anything anymore.
Said I have such a rare way about me. What did you mean?
You tell me. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something different about you. They say the stone sleep makes folk more attuned to the rare and unusual things in this world. Seems you carry one of those in you.
Oh. You mentioned Tryggvi?
Let's not talk nonsense, or...
Oh.
Farewell. It was good to see a new face in the Ulfr village. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be around to see your coming bear some fruit.
Maybe. Maybe you will. Whoa, this place is larger than I was expecting. Who are you?
You're in the Hall of Remembrance, in the seat of the Stone Wardens. My name's Ast. I look after this place. Try not to make noise, or touch anything.
Oh my gosh. The Hall of Remembrance?
Yes. It's a hall where symbols of remembrance for our ancestors are kept.
What kind of symbols?
Oh, all sorts. Best if you take a look yourself.
Will you tell me more about the Stone Warden?
You're here, so I probably can't tell you more than you already know.
About the Stone Sleep. That's normal here?
Yes.
Okay. Will you enter the Stone Sleep too one day?
Very likely. I spend a lot of time near the Weird Stone.
So it's contact with the Weird Stone that turns you into stone.
That and weird steel, yes. But it takes time.
So they used to be people?
And they turned into stone, yes.
Suppose some of them were great chieftains and warriors?
They were. As well as master craftsmen.
Like who, for example?
Old Eirg, who was the first to describe the properties of weird steel.
What are those warrior statues standing here?
They're not statues. They're Dilrida, who've entered the stone sleep.
It's like a loop.
The name says it all, really. It's
Yes.
the sleep Dilrida fall into at the end of their lives. When they...
Yeah, well, I kind of gathered that. Who do those small busts and stone heads represent?
Various Dilrida who earned honor in the Stone Wardens. I don't know if their names will mean anything to you.
Find out.
All right. That sculpture is Glimhildir Ironfinger.
What?
Ring any bells?
I knew that guy. Oh, can you tell me about her?
She led the Stone Wardens 2 centuries ago. She looked just like that sculpture.
Oh, anything more?
Not much to say. Her rule was long and mostly peaceful.
What exactly do you do here, Ass?
I keep things in order. And I guard this place and the memory of the Stone Warden's history.
You're Ulfright, right?
Yes. Though in the Stone Wardens, tribal ties don't matter much. Goodbye.
Okay.
I wouldn't come any closer if I were you.
Why's that?
Because I said so. And here in the official hall of the Stone Wardens, my word is law. Leave in peace. I'm not granting an audience.
Jeez. Not very welcoming to strangers, are you?
Ah, your powers of observation are truly impressive.
Thank you, thank you. Strawn sent me. It's about 3V.
Thrigva, that cursed fool. Undead and merged with the Lone Pillar, thinking himself invincible. And perhaps he is, for now. So I guess you want to challenge him to a duel. You cannot defeat him as you are. The Lone Pillar grants him strength beyond mortal flesh. No blade will bite. No armor will hold. Not unless you earn the blessings of the Giants. Listen well. To face Thrigva and live, you'll need more than just courage.
What do you mean?
You'll need to forge a weapon. A true marvel. One capable of shattering the Lone Pillar's might. Without it, you're as good as dead. I'll help you forge it. But you'll need to gather the Giants' blessings first. They hold all the fragments you'll need.
The blessing of the Giants? How do I find them?
What do I look like? A giant keeper? The Giants have no love for the likes of us anymore. Their power does not come cheaply. If Stronner sent you, then go back to his hut. His wife might know something useful. Women tend to keep the wisdom their men ignore.
What would she know?
The Giants respect bargains, oaths, and stories. Stronner's wife, she knows the old ways of dealing with them.
And why hasn't Stronner told me about his wife?
Stronner keeps her close. Protective, I'd say. Or maybe ashamed. If we're being honest, the Ulfar tribesfolk say she's mad. Perhaps even a liar. Claiming she speaks to giants? You can imagine how that goes over. But mad or not, she knows things the rest of us don't. Don't judge her by their words. Go to her and listen. You might find her madness holds more truth than most men's sanity.
Okay. That fixed. How do you reach the momentum so fast, and how did you defeat the Darv'hanr? A lot of time. Basically, do every single side quest and do every single red objective. Use all your IP. Once you've done all of that, create a second character, rinse and repeat, do it again. It takes a lot of grinding, which is kind of why I reached my point where I was like, okay, it's nearly impossible to play the entire story for Game of Thrones on one character. So, yep. That's why I have like 45 hours in the game. And I kind of hit a point where I think my only other option would be to create the third character and do it all over again. But unfortunately, that's just how the game is designed. So, why do you and Strawn conspire against 3V?
Conspire? Ha! Call it what you like. Plotting, scheming, or just doing what needs to be done. Thrigva's not a man anymore. He's a curse on the Ulfar. And curses don't just go away on their own. Stronner and I understand that. If you're wise, you'll understand it too. Someone has to stop him. And it sure as hell won't happen by sitting around.
If it weren't for 3V, would the Ulfar have joined the Moot?
If it were up to me, I'd vote against it. The Moot waste time dreaming of invading Camelot, while the Dorita crumble from within. We've got greater problems to solve. Fractured tribes, lost traditions, and a dwindling future. Fixing that should come first.
I have this talisman.
A nice piece. I recognize Kavor's design. Is this his way of telling me you're worth my time?
Ooh. I want to join the Stone Wardens.
And I want peace on Avalon. We all have wishes.
Give me a task and you'll see what I can do.
Bold and straightforward. Qualities we look for among our own. But there's one problem. You aren't of Dalrita blood, which means the grace of the Stone Dream won't be granted to you.
Okay.
So, I can't admit you to our ranks.
Is there a way for me to become Oh, that would actually be pretty
Our
cool.
ancient laws say you might, yes. But they're called ancient laws. Not simply laws for a reason. If you achieve something
Fair.
great, say a feat of war, the Elder Council might allow you to walk the path, provided someone would stand in as your father. But as I said, it's no old dead law. Our tribes aren't exactly known for their hospitality, let alone naming outsiders as kin.
Oh boy. Yeah, if there was storage units, that would make a huge difference for that game. That's kind of why I'm like, I'm holding off. I'm waiting to see what other updates, because people, as you can tell with the momentum and stuff, people are going to run into a lot of issues. And I don't know how the drop-off is going to be. But essentially for this game, we are, King Arthur is with us in our head, and we're trying to collect all the artifacts to stop a plague slash event that's happening across all the lands called the Weirdness. And that's the quick TLDR. Now we're trying to reunite or unite these tribes. That way we can take one final stand. Has any outsider ever become one of the Dalrita?
Once.
Or Dalrita?
Yes. Camelot had written him off, and he joined the knights that never came. Their tomb lies here, at the Forlorn Swords. He never returned to Camelot because he embraced our ways and chose to stay. No surprise he didn't feel like going back to the capital. Don't fool yourself into thinking you'll repeat his story. He barely completed his path, and not a single one of our women would lie with him. And so, that night's line ended.
Dead law or not, it's still a law.
Well, if you've won Kavor's favor, I'm willing to risk giving you a small task.
So what do you need?
To prove your worth to the Stone Wardens, you must find a weird stone vein. I assume you know what it is. It used to be the first task for any prospective member of our brotherhood. These days, most deposits are depleted, so the task is a bit harder. I can tell you where to start searching. There was once a rich vein in an old mine to the north. It may yet run deeper. We abandoned it a century ago, so I can't say exactly what you'll find inside, but I can guarantee you'll find something. And on that note, if I were you, I'd bring my best weapon. Off you go. And thank you for aiding the Ulford tribe.
Call of the Winter Moon. I need to find a weird stone vein. Can I rest in one of these beds? No? I feel like I can't rest in any of the beds now. You used to be able to go to any. Oh, who's this?
Who goes there?
Oh, God.
Is it you, Fusca?
Friend of the tribes, and who might you be?
I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, as you can see, I'm here to stay. So tell me, what brings you to us? Or perhaps you prefer I share some wisdom instead?
The voice of the tribe sent me to summon the chieftains to a moot.
Let me guess. Everyone's falling over themselves to answer the call. No? That's what I thought. This isn't the first time Gerfon has called for a moot to unite against Camelot. And, as you can see, no one's eager to show up. The truth is, the Darv'hanr are tired of war. Old feuds and fighting off the monsters of the weirdness are burden enough. We're too divided, too worn down to take on a fight beyond the forlorn swords.
So what happened to you?
Nothing happened. This is the process of stone sleep. It's my choice. I've chosen to leave this world on my own terms, surrounded by my brothers. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my kin. Each of them embraced the sleep, just as I do now. I know our customs may seem strange to outsiders, but trust me, there's no greater honor for a stone warden than to merge with the land we've served.
This stone sleep?
I forget sometimes. Those outside the tribes, it's no secret. It's the highest honor.
Okay, yeah, I know. Stone wardens.
We are the noblest of orders. We serve the land. We're born of the land.
Alright. Do you think I could become a full member of the Stone Warden Brotherhood?
We've never accepted anyone who isn't Darv'hanr. Not in living memory, anyway. Darv'hanr sticks to traditions like moss on. That said, we used to say, don't take it personally.
Alright. Close.
She's my daughter. She stops by every now and then to... I'm not...
Okay. A lot of information. We're getting information dumped by these... a lot of people here. What's up, Alessandra? What's up, Jackson? Alright, cool. Follow the winter moon, so we have to go over there. We also need to talk to this guy about his wife's whereabouts. Where's he at? Oh, he's underneath me. Down. Drop. Darv told me that you told me to speak with your wife.
Vigdis? What does she have to do with this?
Said that she's in contact with the giant.
Does that old man really believe her ramblings are the will of the giants? Unbelievable. I won't say what I really think about this. If the master of the Brotherhood believes it, who am I to argue?
Why didn't you mention Vigdis before?
Because I'm protecting her from prying eyes and the superstitions of villagers, that's why. I don't know you. Why would I speak of my wife, accused of madness, to a stranger? For any Dalrita, losing one's mind is like a living death, a shame worse than most can bear. But I love her too much to grant her a good death. If Darv'hanr believes she hasn't gone mad, but instead serves as a bridge between the Ulfr and the giants, then I'll gladly let you speak with her. You'll find her in the locked room. Here's the key.
Oh, she's in the locked room? Okay. Oh. Well, okay then. I guess down to the basement we go. Wait, which basement is it? Oh, it's all the way over there? What the hell? Drawing some nice sketches? That's awesome. Alright, yeah, let's try going down this way. Let me drop it down. Oh, shoot. I'll turn around in a second. Where'd my other summon go? What is that? Oh. Oh, is that the guy? I think that's the guy. Yep. Grigby. You know what? Sure, I'll talk to you. You just save beforehand.
Be gone! No one has the right to challenge Trigva the Unbeaten to a duel without the blessing.
Okay. I might be able to automatically do that right away, but I'll do the optional stuff in the meantime. There's something right here. Oh, there's an opening. Hold on. Maybe it's further down, or it's up higher. Huh? Okay. Damn, they weren't kidding. This part's pretty far away. He's down in the basement. Hello. Darv sent me. You said you know how to speak with the giants?
He sent you, didn't he? Ha! That's bold of him. Sending someone else to poke at old wounds. Yes, I know their ways. Or what little of it the Ulfr haven't buried with scorn and silence. But you're not here for stories, are you? You're here for the blessings.
I need their blessings to forge some armor. Without it, I can't face Thrigvi.
The giants don't just hand out blessings like baubles at a market. Their favor is earned, not begged for. They respect oaths, strength, and sacrifice. You'll need to approach their shrines, what remains of them, and prove your worth. Each giant demands something different. It could be a test of will, a trial of battle, or a riddle no mortal tongue can solve.
So how do I find these shrines?
Start where the land still remembers their steps. Their shrines lie in places of weight. You'll feel it when you're close. The air grows heavy, and the earth hums beneath your feet. We built shrines near the giants themselves, where they stand petrified, often part of the mountains now. If you falter, they will know, and if you lie, You'll wish you hadn't.
What kind of sacrifice should I bring to speak with them?
For the Gonvaldor giant, the summoner, bring proof of the hunt. The summoner respects not just strength, but the bonds you forge. Alone, you are nothing. Together, you are worthy. For the Theud mother, the giant of bloom and ash, offer flowers. Simple, fragile things, yet they carry life even in ruin. She remembers beauty, where others... And for the giant below, the keeper of depths, the giants demand truth, not tricks. Fail them, and you'll face a wrath older than the earth itself.
Okay. I need to ask the giants for their blessing to stand against... Okay. Will the giants help me get rid of Thrigvi, or will they just make things worse?
The giants see Thrugva for what he is.
But now they say
A
Thrigva.
parasite clinging to their world, twisting what was once sacred. They have no love for him. For years they've waited, longing for a champion, someone strong and worthy enough to carry their blessing and cleanse this land of his corruption. If you prove yourself, they will help you.
Why do you think they'll think you're mad for knowing all this?
Because I speak truths they'd rather forget. It's easier to call someone mad than face the shame of their own weakness. The giants haven't abandoned us. We abandoned them. If you want their blessings, you must show them we still remember. We still...
Got it.
Go with purpose.
Imagine if you didn't have to get the blessing and you're and they were lying about the guy being invincible against weapon. You know? That sounds about right. But I'll do it anyways. Just for the exploration and the because that's typically worth it in and of itself. Okay, so we will have to go to the right here. Let me actually fast travel. Yeah, we'll go over to this side. We'll follow this road. Yeah, we'll follow it to here and then either go straight or cross. Oh, wait, no. I can just go right here. Even easier. But before we do that, chat, I am very hungry. We had our order kit canceled and then we had to figure it out again and it finally got here. So I'm going to go eat real quick. I will be like 5 minutes or so. Shouldn't be too long. But once I finish, we'll continue here. So I'm just going to put it on BRB. Thank you again for the likes so far. Thank you for the followers, the subs, the members. Once I get back, we're good pretty much for the rest of the night. So we'll go back to back. But I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, chat. That's why I don't like eating on stream. Try to do it beforehand. All right, anyways, back to it. No delay. Okay, so it is on this side. I actually see somebody right there. What's up, Caden? Oh, wait, is this one of them turning into... Oh. So these are all just them turning into the stone. The Dalrita. Huh. That's kind of cool that you can like see that, like it's set up like this. Or somebody else. Okay, what did I need to do here? I already passed it. Oh no, don't tell me it's way down below. Oh, I think it is down below. Oh! Uh-oh. No, I haven't heard that. Alessandra. I don't know who that is, to be honest. Whoa. Oh! The Weaver Sancta. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, we're gonna have to come back here. Oh boy. Of course it's right behind the waterfall too. Wait, what the heck? How am I supposed to get down there? It's another one? Oh no. What's up, Else? Oh, look at that. On the clip leaderboard. Look at that. I'm kind of stuck down here now. There we go. Hold on, actually, instead... Is this right now? Yeah, that's right now. I think this is right before we jump down. Bay influencer, geez. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Crazy. Oh, so there's 3 of the... Oh, God. So we gotta go all over the place for this. Alright, I'm gonna go this way then. I think we have to be on this side. Yeah. How the hell are we gonna get down there? Actually, I do know how to get down there. Ah, shit. No! I need to jump all the way to the bottom the first attempt. Because it won't kill me. What will happen is it'll automatically activate the King's Power ability, and it'll stop me from dying. Alright, ready? Nailed it. Hey! And there's a fast travel point down here too. See? Man, that was so worth getting. Such a good ability. There's one of the King's powers. Anytime you would take lethal damage, it activates that instead. And it's basically a... You can use it as a don't take fall damage option. Like I just did. What is that? What the... Hello?
You tread where others dare not. Speak, mortal. Why have you come to the dark beneath the world?
Are you the keeper of the depths? I was told you could help me.
Help? No, mortal. I do not help. I judge. I weigh the worth of those who come seeking the secrets of the deep. If you wish my blessing, you must earn it in the shadows, where fear walks beside you.
Same. I don't help, I judge. What are you, a giant or something else entirely?
What am I? I am what lies beneath. The roots of the world, the keeper of secrets long buried. You do not need to know what I am. You need to prove what you are.
I seek your blessing to defeat Trigby.
Trigva. His corruption festers even here, staining the roots of the world. If you wish to destroy him, you must prove you understand the price of power. Show me you can take what the depths demand: courage, wit, and sacrifice. The heart and the mind both are tested here. Bring me what lies at the core of your enemy. The heart and the brains of a beast will prove your courage and cunning. Only then will you earn the blessing of the depths.
Okay. I need to ask the giants for the blessing. I don't even know which one was this. Oh. Oh, we have to defeat this guy.
The beast lies slain, its heart and mind laid bare.
Oh. Did I bug you? Uh-oh. Sir, please. It really wants me to look. Oh my gosh. So this is what she sees? Yeah, I think we load last checkpoint. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's not interrupt him this time. Family friendly. Hey, listen, I never said... yeah, friend... Yeah, never mind, actually. Brother.
The beast lies slain, its heart and mind laid bare. You have proven yourself mortal, not just in strength, but in will. Few dare to face the darkness, and fewer still emerge victorious. You have earned the blessing of the depth. Take it, and know it binds you to the weight of what lies below. The unyielding, the eternal, the unseen. This fragment is yours, forged by the shadows and the earth itself. Go now, and tread carefully. The depths remember all who walk them.
He said I earned the blessing. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh, okay. We're good. Oh, maybe it's just bugged. It shows it's checked off now. How do you get inside there? Oh, through here. I didn't check before to see if it was checked, or did I? I remember. Okay, well, you can't interrupt him, basically. If you interrupt him, then he won't give you the blessing. Just fair, I guess. Okay, that is down here. It's probably going to be a lot to get up. There's another one right over here.
Who dares disturb the silence of the stone? Speak, small one, and tell me why you stand before the summoner.
I come to honor the giants and earn your favor.
Honor, a rare gift from the living to the forgotten. But honor alone does not earn my blessing. Show me your strength, your will, and the bonds you have forged with others. Only then will I lend you the might of the summoner.
Are you truly alive or just a memory in the stone?
Alive, dead. Such words mean little to a being as old as I. My essence lingers, bound to the stone and the world it once shaped. Speak not of what I am, but of what you seek.
A secret blessing to defeat Drigva.
Drigva, the parasite clinging to the pillar. He twists the old ways for his own greed, a shadow of what the Ulfra once stood for. If you wish to rid the world of his corruption, you must prove you are worthy of my power. Call forth your allies, mortal. The summoner respects not lone strength, but the bonds that carry us forward. Together, you will face this trial. Fail, and I shall remain silent forevermore.
Forevermore? Oh.
Have faced my summons and stood victorious. Few possess the strength to endure, and fewer still the bonds to overcome. You are worthy of my blessing. Take it, mortal, and carry the strength of the summoner with you. But know this, my power is not a gift. It is a burden. Wield it wisely, for it binds you to those you fight for. Go now. The giant strength is yours to wield, but their expectations are yours to bear. Do not fail.
All right. That's the second blessing. One more. And it's all the way down south. The trial's still bugged, unfortunately. You don't want to check what she sees with him? I don't think I can reach him, unfortunately. Yeah, we can't see anything from here. Uh-oh. You know what? There we go. That's what she sees. Too busy eating from his bowl. Oh. Oh, right. I forgot. That's the guy that we talked to when we got here. Which one's divided we fall? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we'll go for the next one, or at least try to make our way there. Trying to see what's the best route to go. Like, there's so many quests right here. I guess, let me try going this way. That's the main objective. Oh, wait, is this like a... Are we going on a ride? Oh, man. Got excited. I thought it was gonna be like a sky thing. Can we cross the swords? Like, is that a thing? Wait, hold on now. Wait. All right, I'm serious. That's not what I meant. That's crazy. I meant, like, can we cross it? Like, can we walk across it as a bridge? Oh, no, I don't think so. Too sharp for all that. Damn, is the only way to go there then by going into this? Like, how the hell do you get across? Like, this leads into that. Oh, down here. I see it. It's so hard to tell with some of these, like... Oh. We need to go around this way. Oh, maybe this mine takes you down here? I'm hoping if I enter this, it's going to bring me out right here. And then if it brings me out there, then we can just walk across. Oh, it's the elevator pass. I guess that's what we needed. Take me down. Wait, that would actually be so nice if that's all that is. That's beautiful. Thank you, devs. Ah. That's amazing. Hold on, I'm gonna sleep until the morning. What bonus did we get? Mana regeneration? Whoa. Oh, encumbrance 10? Honestly, the spells in this game are crazy. Yeah, some of them are really good. There's a lot, too. Like, it's one of those things where I would have no problem playing at, a mage again someday, because there really is so many different styles. Like, I'm just doing obviously summoning here, but there's everything from like casting to channeling. There's so many options. That's what's cool about this. Like, I feel like I would say 10 years ago or so, for most mage classes, a lot of the times you would end up using the same two abilities over and over and over again. Sure, there was some games that had a decent amount, or like its main focus was mage builds. Wait, is that just a chair? Surely this is an Easter egg, right? Oh, okay. Why would they just have a chair right there? But what I was gonna say here, you have so many different variations in style of spells, like different upgrades for each spell, and so on. It's funny that there's a chair right there. I think the mage is fun to see the animation of spells and everything. That's another thing too. I saw they posted a clip on their Twitter of somebody using the cheese spell in both hands to be able. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna go perception. Or you know what? Let's bump up practicality. I don't even know what to upgrade at this point. Like, I was doing stealth for a little bit. Sure, let's do this. Basically, now if I take lethal damage, I also go invisible for 5 seconds. Oh. The Stone Warden's Vault? know what? Sure. Go in. Whoa. This mountain is giving Hrothgar vibes. I can see that. Alright, looks like we'll have to come back here. Hi-oh, thank you for the sub there. Okay, let's go up. I think there's probably going to be a village up here somewhere, which would be nice to have another place to deposit stuff. I didn't realize, but bumping up my endurance has really given me a lot more. Oh. Bumping my endurance has really given me a lot more carry capacity. Okay, hold on before I walk in that, because that's going to take me straight up. All right, let's go. Oh. One sec. Stay hydrated, chat. Get 5% spell power, 5% physical damage. I'll take that. Top 5 games? Off the top of my head, I don't know. Star Wars: The Old Republic, Grand Theft Auto 4, Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect. Any of them. I don't know. I can't think of any others. All right, we made it.
Greetings, Walker in the Weirdness.
Greeting.
Your presence heralds the end of our vigil.
Walker in the Weirdness. How do you know?
Skuld sees the weirdness flowing through you. He is impressed. He offers his help and counsel. A swirl of colors surrounds your soul. It's a beautiful sight.
What vigil are you talking about?
The Theud tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest desire, our deepest happiness. Mother told Senja, Skuld's sister, when the one who walks in the weirdness arrives, Then your time will come, my children. You will fall into the sleep, and we will be together forever. Everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and your humble servant, Skuld. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all, and Senja's sleep remains strong and true.
Who is your mother?
Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there, towering over our lands. We long to surrender to her. In her warm embrace, we will find eternal shelter.
An eternal sleep sounds like death.
Skuld is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets, not even to the walker in the weirdness. If Chieftain Ingvi decides to tell the walker more, then it shall be done.
The sleep that never comes. Okay, well, that's probably the one that will help them. There's a weird stone vein over here. I'll go into some of these rooms too. Skuld and Senja's house. How would you rate this game so far out of 10? I'm thinking about doing, so one thing I want to try to start doing is like thoughts videos, either like midway through games or early, midway, and potentially the end. So I think I might start with this one. Now, I probably wouldn't do it for every game, but like anything that's big or like something I'm spending a lot of time with, I probably would. But that's just a reference that I might start doing those. But I would say for this right now, I'm a little conflicted because I love this game. I think it's really good. I think if you like Elder Scrolls style games, it's an absolute must play. As somebody with no context, no knowledge of Arthurian, King Arthur, stuff like that, like I was going into this, and still pretty much am, going into it blind from day one. And I feel like I've learned so much of the lore here, and I think it's really good. Now, with all that, and even with the combat stuff here, I personally still think, whoa. Searing Cinder, Divine Grace. Whoa. That was a random. Even with all of that, I would say, unfortunately, the bugs here and some of the issues like that could have taken a little bit more time to cook. Like, I'm happy to see them go into 1.0. And technically, Baldur's Gate 3 did the same thing, even when they launched into 1.0. But I think if it was like a perfect package and like it was running a little bit better, then it would easily be like a 9 or a 10, in my opinion. I would probably say at least a 9 because of those issues and the bugs and like some weird jank here and there. I think it kind of brings it down a bit. Plus, it's not like the visually best looking game. Like, there's a few other factors, so I would say it's a solid, very, very solid 8. Now, maybe a year from today, if the game is like practically flawless in bugs and it's good to go, I think in that scenario, yeah, it probably would be like a 9. Game's telling you to go spells, right? But yeah, I don't know. I still think it's very, very good though. Like, I'm so happy I played it. I went into it kind of unsure for a bit, but I'm glad I'm here. For your specs, if you do exclamation point specs, it'll tell you all. But quick is 3080 Ti i7 12th gen is the two main things. Chat, give me 1 second. I just need to grab a bottle of water, then we're good. All right, back. That requires a special key. This is where the weird stone is, right? Knock them so far back. Quick save. I'm excited to see how much more progress we're able to make this weekend. My goal is to, I mean, we still have time, so I don't need to like rush it this weekend either. Because we still have until, technically, if I want to finish the game in a reasonable amount of time, which I think we will, then by Tuesday, I need to have the game done. Which I think we'll be able to do it either tomorrow or Sunday. For sure. The only reason I say Tuesday is because Wednesday, I won't be on stream for next week since I got an early preview for seeing the John Wick spin-off movie, Ballerina. Wait, how'd you get up here? The hell? So I'll be seeing that Wednesday, and then Thursday is when Dune drops, and then Friday is Summer Games Fest, and then Saturday is more Summer Games Fest and Dune. me drop that. Oh, they actually give you items for that. Slowly heals you over time. Prolonged channeling increases healing by up to 250% over 4 seconds. That's kind of crazy. Oh, here's some weird stone. I don't know how much of this we actually need, but I'm going to take as much as I can get. Okay. I think we're good here. There, excuse me. Oh yeah, we finally swapped to my 300 weird bone arrows, which it's kind of crazy. They do 30 damage for the arrows themselves. Oh, the key is right there. That's good. See, and I was about to just do unstuck. Then sometimes unstuck will actually teleport you to the front. Or like the entrance. Okay. That part's good. We can inform him later on. We go back. Hello there. The House of the Kin. You can cook here, but there's not much else. It's this one? This is for the Theud, or yeah, Theud plan.
You are here, walker in the weirdness. Your arrival heralds change.
Looking for Chieftain Yigby?
I am Yngvi. May my stature not surprise you. For the Theud, it is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I bring myself, my skills, and my devotion. I am my tribe's servant.
The voice of the tribes call you. to the Moot.
I've heard the voice, but I cannot answer its call. The members of the Theud tribe are preparing to fall into sleep, and it is my duty to ensure their safety while they do.
What is this sleep?
We sleep to dream the mother's dream. It is sacred to the Theud. Until now, only Senya has dreamed, and before her, a long line of devoted and sensitive Theud warriors. Through the dream, we commune with our guardian giant, the one we call Mother. Now Mother wishes for all of us to join her. She promises to protect us from the weirdness.
How's the dream supposed to protect you from the weirdness?
Mother promises that the strength of the Theud's united dreaming will repel the weirdness and encompass the entire Forlorn Swords. By embracing the dream, the Theud's will protect not only themselves, but all of the Darv'hanr too. The Theud's have long believed the world is heading towards self-destruction, and we are now on the brink of the end times. If there is a way to prevent that, we will do everything in our power to make it so.
What makes you so sure that the dream will help?
We are not sure, but we have faith. It has to be enough.
Why are you so sure the end?
We became certain the moment you set foot in our lands. Your arrival was foretold by Mother. She said that when the walker in the weirdness arrives, it will be time to fall into the sleep. Through our dream, we will save ourselves from the end of days.
Is the only way to help the tribes? Is that the only way to help? I'm trying to do it differently.
You are the walker in the weirdness. You can do far more than we ever could. We have tried everything. Magic, diplomacy. Some of us even joined One Eye's rebellion. But it wasn't enough. We needed Mother to show us the way. She said that only by joining her dream in another realm can we truly affect the reality we know.
Oh. The Theud tribe worships a giant?
The Gunvaldr tribe did the same. They worshipped their giant too. We believe King Arthur entrusted us with his crown for a reason. There's always been a special bond between the Darv'hanr and the giants, going back to the Age of Legends.
How does Arthur's crown work?
That's not widely known. But we have our own theory. We believe Arthur bound his essence to the crown, which allowed him to communicate with the giants and gain their allegiance. However, you can't bind your essence to another being without mastering the weirdness first. That's why we believe Arthur must have uncovered the secrets of the weirdness, unlocking the mysteries of the Four-Dwellers long before he forged his allegiance with the giants.
Perhaps Arthur could prevent you from falling into sleep.
Perhaps. He was the only man who could speak to the giants as an equal. But how could we find out now? The king is dead, and he's not coming back. This is our last chance to make a difference. We need to trust Mother.
Do you wish to join them in the dream?
I will keep watch until everyone enters the land of the dreaming. Once they fall into sleep, I'll decide whether or not to join them. I may simply become a nameless, tribeless Delrita.
Delrita. So you'll put everyone to sleep and disappear?
I did not say that. I'm only saying I haven't made my final decision yet.
If I help your tribe, will you come to the Moot?
How do you think you can help us? Can you do more than walk the weirdness? Can you walk through dreams too?
I mean, I have in the past.
If that's the case, I won't stop you from entering. Mother will decide if you're of use to her. But don't you dare harm her, even if you can. If you do, you'll have the entire Theud tribe against you. That much I'm sure of.
Got it. I will enter the mother's dream and find out how to help the Theud tribe.
As you wish, Walker in the Weirdness. I won't make any decisions about the dreaming until you return with answers. Or the will of the mother.
Very well. So she is part of the Theud tribe, and they have something with dreams and like an eternal sleep, I think it was. The sleep that never comes. I must enter the dream. Well, we're right here, so we might as well just enter it and see if we can knock it out.
It gladdens Skull to see you here, for it means we draw ever closer to Sonder. Behold the dreaming, our true home. Walker in the weirdness. As I greeted you in the waking world, so do I welcome you once more.
What is my role here?
Ingvi believes you may unravel the burdens that weigh upon some of the Theud. Without freeing them from these burdens, they cannot enter Mother's chamber, where each of us must drift into ever deeper dreaming, until at last we reach Sonder.
And what of Ingvi? Is she not here among you?
Ingvi's burden is to guard the village of Theud, to safeguard Mother, and to ensure that all members of the Theud tribe journey towards Sonder. She awaits the right sign. When it comes, only then will she choose her fate.
One sec, chat. What exactly are these burden?
Life, unfulfilled duties, feelings that tether the soul, keeping it from sinking into the dreaming's embrace. Each of us carries burdens. Once, we of Theud would end our vigil and return to wakefulness, striving to cast off these burdens through life itself. But your arrival ended the vigil. It began the dreaming, and Theud may no longer wake, not unless such is Mother's will.
Okay. Start with number 1.
You, don't just stand there. Help me find Veilkin. I know that filthy swine is hiding somewhere around here. We have to find him.
Who is Vulcan?
A filthy beast. A mongrel who tried to put his hands where they didn't belong. Oh, how I wish I had cut them off when I had the chance. But he fled. And now he's entered the vigil and I will not let him go any further. If he dares try to harm her again, I swear...
Who did he try to harm?
Senya! I swore to protect her, but I failed. I chased Vilken from her bedside, then from the tribe. But he still managed to worm his way into the vigil. I need to find him. As long as he's out there, Senya will never be safe. And I will never be able to join her in Sonder.
How do you know this Vilken is here?
Because I saw him. I tried to give chase, but he's surprisingly good at slipping away in this place. He cannot be allowed into Sonder. There is no place for the likes of him among the dreaming. His very presence would be like poison.
I will find Vilken for you.
Good. I'll wait for you here. Bring me his head so I can finally dream in peace.
Easy prey. For some reason I thought it said easy peasy for a second. We're considered indoors, so since we're in the dream.
Behold, Walker.
Oh.
This is one of Mother's earthly faces. She watches over us now in the dreaming, as she once did in the waking world. I believe Mather watches your path with great intent, as do I.
Time is it now? Almost 8 p.m. Oh. Dead.
Have you found him? Have you killed him?
I have.
Oh, thank Mother. Senya is finally safe, and now I can see her again. Thank you. Wait, who are you exactly? You look like an outsider, yet you entered the dreaming.
Your people call me a walker in the weirdness.
Walker in the weirdness? You? Oh, thank Mother. That means the vigil will soon end, and we will all be together. And I will see Senya again.
Seem to miss Senya a lot.
I do. I swore to watch over her in her sleep, and it has been an honor, but I miss her presence. I miss the sound of her voice. She's so still when she dreams. I wish she would smile again. Have a good sleep, I guess. Thank you, Walker in the weirdness. Now that wretch is finally gone, I surely will.
2,800, not bad. If they all give us quests in here too, hey, that's fine with me. The sleep that never comes. What do we got here? Rune.
Walker in the weirdness. You're here. Finally. You have to listen to me.
That's why I'm here. What troubles you?
I need to speak with Yngvi. But ever since the dream began, I can't leave this place. She must hear this before it's too late.
If I help you, will you enter Sonder?
That's exactly the problem. Sonder is a trap. No one can go there. Especially not Yngvi. Please, I'm begging you. You have to help us.
What do you mean? Sonder is a trap? What do you mean?
The Giant Mother. The one we believe to be Mather. Wants us to become her children. To surrender ourselves to her care. But why did we ever assume she was Mather? Our mother goddess was a warrior. She gave us the strength to stand against adversity. To unite against those who seek to destroy the Darv'hanr. And what is this dream, if not turning our backs on our kin? On the other tribes who still fight? Are we to crawl under Mother's skirt?
While the world burns? I thought Sonder was very Theud's purpose. Was every Theud's purpose.
Sonder is an escape. And now, I see it clearer than ever. If we flee into Sonder instead of standing and fighting, we are no longer Darv'hanr. There is no honor in this. We are on the verge of losing everything. Our identity as Theud. our very souls.
So you want me to relay your message to Yngvi? That's all?
I don't know if it'll be enough, but you have to try. Tell Yngvi that Rune reminds her of the duty of every Dalriada. We stand and fight. We dunny run. The Giant Mother is not Mother. She's nothing but a weak, selfish wretch who would see the Theud destroyed.
Agreed. If I refuse, you won't enter Sonder anyway, and you don't want to.
I know my plea must sound desperate. If you grant my request, I'll enter Sonder. I'll be thrown into it whether I want it or no. But if that is the only way to save the tribe, then I will do it. Oh. I will sacrifice myself for them.
Doubt is a lonely place. Okay. I'll do that one after we finish these, I guess.
You are the walker in the weirdness. You walk where few dare. I don't feel worthy of asking for your help.
Tell me what's bothering you.
I need help. Not for myself, but for those I have failed. My mate Sidara, my friend Bodil, and I went to the Giant's Barrow. We sought knowledge, a sign that we still walked toward Mother's dream. But what we found instead was ruin. Bodil, our companion, did not return. And Sidara, the White's touch took hold of her. She's no longer herself, not truly.
So what needs to be done?
Find Bodil. End his suffering. And Sidara. She still sleeps, but her soul cannot rest. They must be freed from this curse. Then, at last, we will have peace. We will join Mother in her sleep.
Where can I find them?
Bodil's earthly vessel might still be in the White's lair. As for Sidara, she sleeps in our hut, beside me. I feel her. So close yet so distant. Please, bring back my loved ones. Free their souls.
Please.
Then, maybe we can find ourselves again. Join the Mother.
Enter the void. I have to kill Sindara before she turns into a right. She remains in her and Thrim's home in the waking world. Somewhere in the Giant's Barrow, I'll find Bodil, now turned into a white. Must kill. Okay, so there's two people there. Sounds like they're gonna be outside. Talk to this guy.
Ho ho ho, you're here. Munvarth knew you'd come, even before we headed to the Mother's chamber.
And who are you exactly?
They call me Jarnsfer, because that's my name, Jarnsfer. So that's why they call me that. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yep. Who's Munvarth?
He's my friend. My raven friend. I mean, he's a raven. Feathers, wings, a beak, all the raven things. And he's the reason I'm worried. Well, not really him, actually. It's my stupid head, always forgetting things. Before I entered the Mother's dream, I told myself, Jarnsver, remember to let Munvarth out. And, of course, I forgot. Damned useless head, and rip it off my shoulders and toss it into the abyss if I could.
I'll help and set the raven free.
You will. I'd do it myself, but I can't go back anymore. For Theud's, dreams are a one-way journey. Both Munvarth and I would be forever grateful. Here, this is the key to his cage. It works like any key. Just stick it in the lock and turn it. I hope I can travel back to the waking world. And please, make sure to apologize to Munvarth for me.
Flight delayed. Okay, so everybody is stuck in their dreams, basically. Now we have to go back out into the world and help them. Act 3 is a lot of go talk to this person and then go do, well, I guess that's technically inherently what every quest is, but I don't know. Oh, Sweet Dreams. That's where that quest is, too. Enter the Void. Alright, let's go do this. Hello.
My beloved.
Oh boy. One down. There's one more we need to kill before they turn into a right. Flight delayed. Right here. Be free. That's all I had to do. No, wow, that one was easy. Enter the void. Oh, this is probably the other. Yeah, this is definitely the other. Whoa, that looks thick. You know what? Sure. Take me up.
Walker in the weirdness. What draws you to this place where stone and life entwine? Speak, and let the truth in your heart fill the silence.
You are the giant of bloom and ash, aren't you? I was told you could guide me.
Guide you? No, child. I do not guide. I nurture. I protect what is precious, what endures even in the face of ruin. If you wish my blessing, prove you understand the value of what grows, what blooms, even amidst the ash.
What does a giant like you care about the fate of mortals?
Mortals are fleeting, but they are also the caretakers of the world I love. Each life is a spark, each bloom a promise. The fate of mortals shapes the fate of all things, child. That is why I care.
I seek your blessing to defeat Thrigvi.
Thrigva? His corruption spreads like a poison, choking the life from all it touches. If you wish to stand against him, you must show me that you honor life, even as you prepare to battle death. Bring me the fragile. Flowers. The symbol of life's beauty and brevity. Prove that you understand what you fight to protect, and I will grant you the strength you seek.
Okay. We go into another dream state. The Ancient Beholder. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Dude, this is insanity. What the hell?
Shown me your heart, mortal, and it is steady and true. Take this blessing, forged in both bloom and ash, a fragment of what was and what will endure. May it shield you in your darkest moments, and remind you of what you fight to protect. Go with my blessing, child, and let life flourish where you walk.
I wasn't sure if we were going to get that final blessing. That was getting a little sketchy there. But we got it. Okay. Let's enter the void here. Nothing like some good old multitasking. Technically doing like 2 tribes quests at once. What is this? Oh, your cheat death cooldown is on cooldown. I think that's the one where it puts me invisible. Level 55. Oh, excuse me. Oh God. I can't go into the water. It's almost like I'm walking. Jeez. Dig this up. Oh, well, I think he turned into a right. Bodil. What is this? Do not mourn our dead, just as in childhood we did not understand sleep. So through life we edge towards its final form. Departure is natural, life was always a gamble, no torches, no incantations, only silence. Do not stay for what follows, do not look at dead faces, they turn hollow in the end. Oh, that's cool. We use this guy to get our way out of here. Okay. Any recommendations for competitive hard games outside of Dark Souls? I don't know. I feel like I might not be the... I'm not really big into competitive or, like, you know, difficulty heavy games like Souls likes. Personally. But I feel as though if you are looking for that, most games these days can have that type of feeling just by playing on hard difficulty or like their hardest difficulty. I know some people really like a challenge, but I've never really kind of been like that myself. Let me try talking to Igvi.
Walker in the weirdness.
I'm here on Rune's behalf. It's important.
Ah, Runa. I suppose that means you simply must tell me whatever it is, just because it is his wish. He has told you, I hope, how much he longed to become chieftain. He tried everything to be chosen. One of those attempts nearly cost me my life.
Oh.
But among the Theud, ambition is one of the gravest sins. That is why I was chosen as chieftain. I was the only one who did not seek it.
Oh. You know what they say, the best leaders are the ones that didn't want it. Something like that. Rune believes Sonder is a death trap for the Theud.
Does he now? And he's only just come to this realization. Now that he's in there, and I'm stuck here. Let me guess. He wants to switch places. To take the chieftain's seat while there's still a tribe left to lead.
Actually... Rune knows that once I rid of his burden, he will be forced into Sonder even though he doesn't want to.
Sacrificing himself for the tribe? That is unlike Runa. It does make me wonder. You don't know Runa like I do. He would never do anything that doesn't serve his ambitions. But entering Sonder goes against his desires. And if someone like him acts against his own nature, it's worth considering why.
So what will you decide?
The difference between us is that I face my challenges, while Runa flees from his at all costs. Taking him at his word would be naive, but I cannot ignore what he says. I bear a great responsibility. On the one hand, there is the myth the Theud have followed for centuries. On the other, my own doubts, and the opinion of a man who's known to work against me. Tell me, Walker in the weirdness. You do not share our burdens. What would you do in my place?
Sonder seems suspicious. You should think carefully before you follow this path.
I will. You have my word. You, Walker in the weirdness, see things in a way the Theud cannot. We've always placed our trust in intuition. And if mine tells me there may be truth in Runa's words, perhaps I should heed by it. Thank you for your involvement. My duty as chieftain is to hear the voices of my entire tribe, even those who are not respected, like Runa. You may leave me to my thoughts now.
Very well. Okay, not bad there. Time to let Rune know. And then I think we can hand in all the other ones too. Rune.
Yngvi has proven herself a worthy chieftain. She heard my plea.
Oh, okay. That was abrupt.
I felt it. The weight, it is lifted. Their souls are free, and now there is only one more task to be done. You must send me to her. Wherever Sidara may be, I will follow. And I know we will be closer to Mother then.
You want me to kill you? Are you certain?
More than I have ever been. But listen, my body still clings to this world. The flesh resists what the soul has already accepted. When the moment comes, I may fight. Not because I wish to, but because I am still bound to this place. Still outside Sonder. Do not hesitate. Strike true. And when I am gone, let the wind carry my name to Mother.
I want to fight you. You've been through enough.
And yet, there is no other way. If you will not raise your blade, then I must raise mine. Not out of hate, not out of fear, but so you do not have to make the choice yourself. Forgive me.
Fair enough. R.I.P. Man, I didn't want to find him, but oh well.
Hello, it is you.
About Munvarth.
Did you manage to free him from the cage?
I did.
Thank you. I hope he finds a new home, or at least some other ravens.
This guy's a little bit in the way.
And I can already feel my burden lifting. Now I can join Mother and Senya in their chamber.
Light delayed. Okay. The sleep that never comes. I resolve the remaining burdens of Theud. Gold awaits me at the entrance to the Mother's chamber. Inside here? Oh. Yep.
You have come, Walker in the Weirdness. Jarnsfor, Rune, Alfield, Trim. You do not yet grasp the weight you have lifted from their shoulders. No matter how great or small their burden, it still bound them, kept them from journeying towards the deepest layer of the dreaming. But now they may step into Mother's chamber, and you shall be granted this privilege as well. After all, this is why you are here, is it not?
I want Yngvi to attend the Moot.
Yes. That is why you will enter Mother's chamber, Walker. The choices that must be made shall be made within. No matter the outcome, you have the gratitude of all Theud. Were it not for you, we could not have embraced the dreaming. We could not have stood before Mother's chamber.
What awaits me inside?
You shall see my sister, Senja, and Mother, whose dreams we have shared, and in whose dreams we long to become one.
Is there anything I should know before entering?
Do not fear. No harm will come to you in the dreaming. I know that you are expected, Walker. Indeed, the time has come.
Time to enter the Mother's Chamber. Well, go. This always looks so cool.
I have watched your journey, Walker in the Weirdness. I saw how you helped the lost Theud children face their burdens, the weight that kept them from entering this chamber. For that, you have my gratitude. But I know you have your own purpose. Now tell me what it is.
First, I have questions of my own.
I welcomed you as my guest, so I will grant you this privilege. Ask then, Walker in the Weirdness.
So who are you exactly?
In your tongue, you might call me Moonrose. I was known as the Giant of Bloom and Ash. I stood beside my brothers and sisters as they entered this world. And I stood beside them when they faded into eternity, guiding them on their final journey.
The Theud told me my arrival ended with vigil and began the dreaming. What does that mean?
You humans cling so desperately to the waking world. Your dreams are fleeting. You dream, then wake, and in doing so, you destroy what you have dreamt. The Theud follow a path to end that destruction. To stop waking. The vigil was the first step. Those brief visits prepared them for a reality beyond the waking world.
Why were the Theud waiting for me?
Because I dreamt of...
Oh.
You bring change. And in the waking world, change is the greatest force of all. The human child, Senya, the keeper of my dreams, delivered the message to the Theud. With your arrival, the dreaming would begin, and their final burdens would be cast away.
The burdens? Why did the Theud need to shed them before entering this chamber?
Nobody should fall asleep, weighed down by earthly concerns. They only bring fear and nightmares. And there are enough of those in the waking world. They have no place in the dreaming.
Why have you been waiting for the Theud to join you in this place?
Don't you already know the answer, Walker in the Weirdness? You see the world beyond my dreaming. It is a layer of reality steeped in suffering. A place where all that lives is doomed to perish. No civilization will endure. It happened to the Four Dwellers. It happened to us, the Giants. And now, your own end draws near. Avalon is no longer a place that favors you.
Avalon is no longer a place that favors you? What do you mean by that?
The Avalon you know is falling apart. Its collapse began the moment you humans set foot on this island. Your presence brought conflict. And that conflict has irreparably weakened the very foundations of this land's reality. For a short while, you delayed the inevitable. You found ways to buy yourselves more time. Even those are failing now.
Alessandra, thank you for the sub there too. I still don't understand why you allowed the Theud Darv'hanr to escape.
Because we share a unique, carefully cultivated bond. Long ago, the Theud turned to me, for they saw me as a mother. They sought my guidance, and for generations, devoted themselves to drawing even closer to me. Until at last, Senya appeared, offering herself completely so that the path to Sonder might open for humanity's children. Elder Ingavi, in turn, took upon herself the burden of ensuring Sonder for all her kin. This is the nature of our bond. Both the Theud and I have given much of ourselves, despite the weight of the burdens placed upon us.
What is Sonder truly?
If you have asked the Theud, then you have already heard the truth. I have not deceived them, nor have they deceived you. Sonder is both a place and a state of being. It is the deepest layer of my dreaming. When the Theud sink deeply enough into my dream, and linger long enough to reach Sonder, they cross a point of no return. They remain there forever. Finally safe, cut off from a world that races toward its own demise.
Tell me about the giants. Why do you remain asleep?
We swore fealty to the human king. Arthur spoke in our language, and his words were resonant, full of wisdom. He promised us an Avalon free of those who could shape reality through the weirdness, twisting it to serve their own whims. We helped him drive the Foredwellers back to Tuathan. We helped him because he showed us a vision of the world where all were equal.
What happened next?
From the moment we bowed our heads, he ruled over us. After the terrible war, Arthur gave us an order to sleep, and so the dreaming came to be.
I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Then let me ask you one. What brought you before the Dreamer?
Whoa. I'd like to join the Theud tribe in Sonder. I want Yingvi to attend the Moot.
So you have chosen to follow the voice of the tribes and his fading hope. Gerfan, a man who so desperately wished to be a unifier, who carries such a deep thirst for retribution, while I strengthened my bonds with the human children of the Theud tribe. I learned much of his mission. He believes tradition can be a driving force, that some things must unfold as they always have. That is why he waits for Ingavi. But Ingavi's place is here, among us. And when her kin entered my chamber, the Theud Elder's burden was lifted. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin, all for the ambitions of one old man.
The Theud are needed in the waking world. Gerf wants the Darv'hanr to unite and march for Camelot.
The Theud are not needed by anyone. Gerfan clings to his dreams of unification and retribution, stubbornly picking at wounds that refuse to heal. Tell me, Walker, do you truly believe uniting the Darv'hanr will change the fate of this world? That marching for Camelot will break the cycle? The Theud have suffered enough. Now they have a choice. Leave this crumbling world behind, or stay and drown with it. You ask me to let them fade into nothingness, I cannot allow that. I don't want to.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature. No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. Their nature was unpredictable.
Huh.
They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own lives in primitive bets and frivolous games. And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it. That is the order of the king to whom you swore fealty.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent, letting the human whose body you stole speak for you. You have lasted surprisingly long. I suppose emptiness and oblivion have taught you some humility. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. I am glad I have finally dreamt of this moment. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. Avalon is falling because you existed. Because you continue to exist. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. And the children of the other giants.
What's going on here?
Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age. Having no choice but to obey, we left our children behind in the waking world. Alone, defenseless, condemned to the coldness of death. Quiestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. While I built layer upon layer of my dreaming, she was dying. But I had time. Enough time to dream of Sonder. A place and a state where death holds no power. There, I will dream, Quiestra. I will give shelter to the entire Theud tribe, including Ingavi. I will not abandon any more children to the waking world.
Is this true?
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign. But I always considered what was best for my people. At least, that was my intention. I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague, free from forces that would seek to oppose us. I thought that my return would restore balance, that I could prevent Avalon's fall.
Your idea of what is good is twisted, human king. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribes to claim the crown. Those were the terms of the sacred pact, but you will have to manage without the Theud. They will all come with me into Sonder. I will care for them as if they were my own children. And I will save them from this world's corruption.
Whoa. Ooh, I like the second one. Ooh, I will wake your kin and release them from the oath they swore to the crown.
To leave for Sonder, knowing my brothers and sisters have been freed from an order given centuries ago. Tempting. But as for your words, human child, how can I be sure you'll follow through on this decision?
Ooh. I, Walker of the Weirdness, hereby swear an oath.
We once trusted the oath of a human king.
Ah, shit.
And it led only to the death of our children. No. I will not abandon Ingavi to a world that is falling into ruin. The Elder will join the dreaming and enter Sonder with us. Our meeting ends here, Walker.
Oh,
you
dude.
will have to dream what lies beneath the king's threat.
No, I'm going back.
Without
I'm going back.
Leave.
Shut up. I'm going back. God damn it, man. There's no, like, save there. I mean, she's got a point. It's such a 15 minutes of that conversation. Jeez. Alright, at least we can just skip through a lot of it. I had her. Yeah, I guess the oath. I mean, like, I don't blame her. Questions. I'll ask everything. Want her to attend. Awake your kin. Author said you kind of, let's go with this one.
Yes. In the end, it is because of you that so many of the Theud will embark on
Okay,
their
I should have
journey
gone
to
with
Sonder.
that to begin with.
You have sacrificed yourself for our path. So now, I sacrifice something dear to me. Though it may not be a gracious gesture, I will accept this exchange. Your word for Ingavi. Her fate is now yours. I release Ingavi from her journey to Sonder.
Wow, that's all it took.
May she carry the burden of the Theud who remain in the waking world. But you, leave now and let us dream.
There we go. Okay, that's actually not too bad. When you speed through a lot of the dialogue, 15 minutes can turn into 1. And there sure is a hell of a lot of dialogue. Okay, I can let her know. Your fate has been decided. This guy out of here.
Walker in the Weirdness. You return.
Mother releases you from the obligation to enter Sonder. You may join it, but you do not have to.
I don't know what to say. Has Mother sensed my doubts? My true burden? Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Theud for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. I envied Taranis for his work with the Alchemists Guild. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the elder of a tribe with no tribe. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. For the first time in my life, I feel free.
What happened to the Theud tribe now?
The Theud. We have long been divided between those who follow Mother and those who were deaf to her call. Or at least, that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful, ungrateful wretches. But I was never convinced by those words. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path, even at the cost of eternity. Deep down, I admired them. I am still Theud, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring more Theud into this world, perhaps even with the help of those who return home one day.
Are you not afraid that they will be different from the Theud you know?
I am certain they will be. They will believe what they choose to believe. It will be a new beginning. My role as elder was to guide the Theud of old to the dreaming. But those who come after them will live in the waking world, and I will guide them too. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. And I'll admit, I cannot wait.
How do you think the rest of the Darv'hanr will react?
It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. They will either accept us, or they won't. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. I've always thought they envied our direct connection to Mother. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally build a true rapport.
Can we count on your presence at the Moot?
I don't know how Darv'hanr will react to an elder without a tribe. But, well, he summoned me, so I will come. There is a reason why the Theud made me their elder. My power, despised by the other Delrida, is truly... And on the battlefield, a skilled Theud is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mother's fury.
Do you regret not entering the Sonder?
I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. And I know my heart will grieve for my kin. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If there truly is a place we go after death, perhaps it is Sonder. That would also
a good way to
align
look
with
at it.
Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap, and that, in truth, everyone dies before entering Sonder. Maybe he was right. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. I will see my tribe again. And finally, I will meet Mother. That is what I have decided to believe. See you at the Moot, Walker in the Weirdness. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
There we go. Yeah, that was a really good quest. I actually like that one. Divided we fall. That's one down. I can deliver their decision. We've got Sweet Dreams not too far from here. What else do we still have? We still have to convince the Sven, the Ulf, and the Volker tribe. All right, this is... That's for one of them. There's another one over here that I haven't even met yet. And then this one, the Sven, is the one that's currently bugged, unfortunately. Okay, cool. Well, chat, we are actually going to chill here for tonight. I will be back tomorrow morning. We will continue. we've got a lot more to get through. And yeah, thank you again for all the likes so far. Thank you for the followers, the subs, the members. Wolfie, thank you for the follow there too. I will be back around 8 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, so about like 12 hours from now. A little bit sooner than that. We will continue. We'll probably start with the Children of Morgan quest line. And then after that, we'll go into some more of the tribes, uniting the tribes quest. So for now, that's all I got. Again, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the support as always. But yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. Have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern. YouTube is Casas Plays. All episodes so far already up there. If you want to watch any other ones, feel free to check them out. And I'm just stalling for a last second potential raid here. And then we go out into this. If I can find them. Alright, I'll figure it out in a second. Alright, well, goodbye everybody. Have a good one. Good night. Peace.